Well, hello and welcome to Kuma's Kitchen, and what have we got today? Well, do you like bread pudding? Because what I've done up here, look at that. Oh, that is absolutely fantastic. Put a little bit in a bowl here. This is blueberry and cream cheese bread pudding, but that's not all. Because on the side here, we've got a Kirsch hard sauce. So a spoon a little batter on there. That's going to give that a second, and that's going to start melting onto there a bit. It's really quite delicious just by itself, just licking the spoon. So I'll smear that in there. And then you kind of grab some of this. You got some bits of cream cheese in there. You got the blueberries, some baguette, and a nice custard in there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that hard sauce really finishes it off nicely. A bit of that Kirsch coming through, and every once in a while just into one of those blueberries. Oh yeah. All right. Let's go in the kitchen right now. Let's get making on this. First stage is we're going to make the bread pudding. So what I've got here for the bread pudding, across the front, I've got a half a cup of my favorite unrefined cane sugar, any kind of a light brown sugar or dark brown sugar will work in this. You want to use the brown sugar, you want to get a little color in there. And the flavor of brown sugar, come on, it's so much better. Here I've got 2 tablespoons of Kirsch. Now remember again, we used Kirsch before. Kirsch, or Kirschwasser, or Kirsch liqueur, as this one's called here. It's a European, basically Germanic, Switzerland, Germany, and this one's from Austria. Make this from cherries, and it's got a great flavor. A little strong. And we had to put that in there just for a bit of flavor. Here we've got 5 ounces or 140 grams of cream cheese and chilled. You don't want it too soft. You want it to kind of hold its shape while you're mixing, because we're going to be mixing stuff up. And we don't want cream cheese just smeared in there. Over here, 1.5 cups of blueberries. Now, it could be fresh blueberries or whatever. I can't get those. I get these I get a jar of blueberries from one of my local import stores. Very nice. Just get them out of the liquid. Way to go. This is 1 baguette, about that long, and I've chopped it up into pieces anywhere between 1/2 and 3/4 inch, or 12 and 20 millimeters. Over here, 1.5 cups of heavy cream. That's 35% butterfat cream, and in here I've got 1/4 cup of butter that I've just melted. So you can just see there. All right. First thing we do, we can get, let's move it a little to the side here, get the big bowl in here. What I want to do is I want to just first of all combine that butter and sugar. And you go. Alright, let's get that off to one side over there. Get this in. We'll just mix that together first of all. Alright, next, I want to whisk in those eggs. I'm going to whisk in the eggs, the cream, and the Kirsch. So let's get the eggs in there first. There's 1, 2, 3. Now, somebody asked me a question the other day. I said, sometimes you see people cracking the eggs on the side of a glass or something like that. And whereas I always do it on something solid, something flat. The reason being, when you crack it on the edge like that, you're pushing little shards of shell into there, and you end up with a little piece of shell in your egg. I don't want that. So I find you do it on the flat, much better chance that you're not going to get any shell in there. Alright, so let's take the whisk and Give those eggs a bit of a beating. And once the eggs are beat into that sugar, let's add the Kirsch. Whisk that in there. That cream. Whisk that in. Oh, look at that. That's going to be good. Alright, mix that all together. Now what I'm going to do, we're not going to put the berries or the cream cheese in there yet. That's looking good. What I do is put the bread in there. Toss that bread around in there a bit. Now that bread's been sitting, that's about a day-old baguette. And so it's going to soak up. So it's going to be a bit dry. It's going to soak some of this up. I'm going to leave this sitting now. Just go back and stir it just every once in a while just to make sure everybody gets a coating. About 10 to 15 minutes. So back 10 to 15 minutes. Add the other ingredients and then into the oven. So see you shortly. Alright, so that's been soaking for about 15 minutes. Every once in a while, I'm just turn around. What I'm going to do is just want to see how on top it's not quite wet. See, just do a little mixing like this each time. And that custard has a chance to work its way into the bread. So that's been soaking, I say, about 15 minutes. That bread's soaked up with a lot of that custard. That's ready to go. What I'm going to do now, I want to mix the blueberries in there. And the cream cheese. Okay. Don't want that cream cheese to clump together, so just gently tease it apart. And then toss everything. So what we're doing is we're getting the cream cheese and the blueberries mixed throughout this bread pudding. There we go. And that's looking pretty good. I think we've got it pretty well distributed. So now what I'm going to do, over here I've got a 9x9 baking pan, and I've just rubbed it with butter on the inside. So this is going to go in there. Smooth that out all around. Just kind of want to get that down nice and level. Don't want too much protruding up down into the custard as much as possible. Oh, look at that. That is going to be absolutely fantastic. And those blueberries throughout there. If you see too many blueberries in one place and not enough in another, just kind of throw a couple over there until it looks all pretty good. Let's see, I've got a little bit of the custard left in here, so I'm going to scrape that out, drizzle that on there. I'm not wasting that goodness. Alright. Okay, well that's looking pretty even. I think we got everything, nothing really sticking up. So that's ready to go in the oven over there. 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 180 degrees Celsius for 30 to 35 minutes. Alright, let's see when it comes out of the oven. Alright, now while that's over there baking, we're going to make the Kirsch hard sauce. To make that, just 3 ingredients. We need, 2 tablespoons of Kirsch again, a half a cup of butter, and that butter is at basically a room temperature, a cool room temperature, not like a hot room or anything like that where it's going to be all melty, but just where it's softened a bit. And then 1.5 cups of icing sugar. We may or may not use all that. It's kind of like you have to play it by feel as you're creaming everything up. So first thing we're going to do, put these guys off to one side because we're going to cream the butter. Throw that in a medium-sized bowl here. And just kind of squish that down. See, because it's at room temperature, pretty easy to cream. We want to get all smooshy. That's the word. Maybe. Alright, and then I'm going to start adding some of that icing sugar. Working some of that in. So you don't, not all of it at once, just some, a little bit at a time. and work that into the butter. Once you've got pretty well worked in, it's time to add some more. The way we keep going. So at this point we've added probably about half of that icing sugar. And work that all in there. Just keep doing that, adding some more. At this point, we work that in a bit, and then I'm going to start adding in some of that Kirsch. Alright, so I'm going to drizzle some Kirsch in there. About half of that. Work that in. Smells good. Now you can see how much easier it is to mix this. We get a bit of that Kirsch in there. But you can't do that too early. It just won't mix in with the butter itself. Gotta get some of that icing sugar in there first. Alright, I'll work some more icing sugar in there. Alright, this is looking like a very nice consistency now. Let's get the rest of that Kirsch in there. It's going to get a little gloopy on me right now, but we've still got some icing sugar to add. It's going to be perfect. Alright, in goes the rest of the icing sugar. Okay, we're able to use it all. That little bit on the counter there. Alright, work that in. And that looks like it's going to be just about the right consistency. Okay, look at that. That's going to be really nice on that bread pudding. Now, if you want it to be actual hard sauce, you chill it for a while. It's going to get hard, and then it's going to melt on your hot bread pudding. But you don't have to do that. I find I just do it like this. Make it up like this. Spread that on the bread pudding, or spoon it on. Let everybody spoon some onto their own when you're serving it up. Good enough. All right. Well, we got a bit more time yet. And then the bread pudding is going to come out of the oven. Alright, that's been 35 minutes in the oven. You can look, do a little bit of this. That custard is basically set, so that's ready to go. Even if it's not fully 100% set down inside there, by the time you go serve it up, well, it's going to be delicious anyways. So, about 35 minutes is good. Let's say, depends the oven, might be 30, 35. Now, what I've also done here, so, move that over a little bit. I also moved the hard sauce into a nice little bowl, serve it up side. People can spoon hard sauce onto their bread pudding and eat it like that. Mwah. Alright, so if you like this recipe, you know what to do. Stick around and check out more of these original Kevin Riley recipes here on Kuma's Kitchen. And hey, do make sure that you click that subscribe button and that notification bell, because that's what's going to make sure that you find out about new ones coming up, because who knows what I'm going to cook next week. Now go, make this and make cooking fun again with Kuma's Kitchen.